is it going? It's been a crazy day. It's been an awesome day. How are you doing, Scythe? Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, an absolutely awesome day. I cannot complain whatsoever. I had a lot of options for what I was gonna go do today, and yeah, I think I made a good choice. Sorry, Nibs was just like. Anyways, I ended up going to the Hands Off rally in Minnesota at the state capitol, and it was awesome. Hi, Libby. How are you? How was everyone's weekend? Um, they estimated about 80,000 people up at the rally today. Um, and then along with that, there were a bunch around the state as well. And I mean, these were nationwide. I saw they're estimating about 100,000 people showed up in New York at the protest. So the numbers appear to be like really, really good. So it was an awesome day. And yeah, so that was like it. And then that was most of my day actually. I didn't make it to the free market due to the timing. I had like several different meetings on my calendar as well. And I was like, well, I can't be in all of these places at once. Um, and, I figured, I was like, you know what? I feel like if I'm sitting inside, I would just be thinking about being out. And I'm really, really happy that I went. I got great pictures. People had some incredible signs. And I mean, it was really, really cool. We were up by where the speakers were, and like looking out at everyone was just, yeah, it was very interesting. Let's see. Good. Just working and you're tired. Oh, Libby, well, thank you so much for being here. I hope work is going good and I hope you can get some rest. I feel you on that one. I should have streamed last night, and it was like 5 o'clock, and I was like, do I want to run errands or do I want to take a nap? And the nap won, and I crashed. Like, my whole day gone. I woke up, I think, at like 3 a.m., and I was like, well, back to bed I go. So I feel ya. I feel ya. You gotta get rest. You gotta get your Z's. I just love sleeping. I'm It's a problem, actually. I'm like, you know what? I should really mitigate this. But could be worse. There's worse things I could be doing. So, like, I won't be too hard on myself. And neither should you, Libby, but you should be drinking your water. Drink your water. But we are just working on this massive panel. I went to the, what was it? That big fabric warehouse that's in my area. I went there to see if they had anything that I could use for this bag to kind of like cheat my way through it, They did not. Although I did get, they're nowhere near me. I got some brass hardware for the handles and whatnots. So I'm excited for that. But this will be continued. So the side panel and then the bottom panel and then the side panel. So we're going to make a big ol' U. But yeah, it should be good. And let's see, just a refresher of what this will go to. This pretty bag. I'm really excited for it. Soon. Someday. And then I had to get denim needles because my grandpa bought some jeans. And he was like, you're going to hem them. And I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks. So tomorrow I need to hem like 4 pairs of jeans. So I have, I guess, that to look forward to. It's something. Keeping me busy, keeping me off the streets. Yeah, I'm glad you got your sparkling water, Libby. I detest sparkling water, but to each their own. My mom and my sister only drink sparkling water, and I'm like, ugh, it's like static. Terrible. Terrible. So we're drinking water tonight. I do have my water here next to me. I also have what's left of a chai latte. And then I got a Diet Cola. Can't say Coke. It's not Coke. But yeah, I don't know. Just a good day. Looks like we have a stable internet connection today, so that is a nice change of pace. I will not complain by any means. It's been a lot of good stuff. I know, yeah, I gotta stay off the streets. I get problematic. I heckle the protesters down the road. And I gotta just learn to mind my business. It's so hard not to, though. It's like, could you just mind your business? Like, you got nothing better to do than harass people going in for Planned Parenthood? Like, come on. Be so for real. Let's see, you only like a couple of brands that don't taste like carbonation. Maybe that's the problem. I think my sister and my mom like the static taste. I don't know. But could be worse. Could be worse. As long as we all drink our water, we'll be good. I fucking love it. I've been chugging. Maybe that's the problem. Drinking too much water. No, I do not run the streets. I just run in the streets. It's fun, though. It's good times. I did almost, oh my god, I was leaving to pick up my friend before the rally, and obviously it's like the first of the month, so people are moving, and I thought I saw this really, well, actually, no, I didn't think I saw. I did see this really cute, it was like a 2-tier vintage side table. And so I like hang a Yui. I go on back and I'm like, what? I love it. It's dope. And then I just touch it and it was the ricketiest thing I've ever encountered. And I was like, fuck no, such a bummer. But I do love this time of the year. Like, you can just drive around and get free shit. I love free stuff. What can I say? I love trash. I break for trash. I check the alleys. I'm like, what you throwing out? The only thing I don't fuck with is, like, mattresses, obviously, because I'm not stupid. But yeah, there was, like, a really pretty emerald recliner that I did see the other day, too, and I was like, I don't need it. I don't need it, but it was really pretty. I posted it up on the Buy Nothing group in hopes that someone would come by and take it. And I believe someone did, because it's no longer there. I checked, because if it had been there, I would have maybe made an exception. It's the time of the year that I fill my car with stuff that I find, and then I just hang on to it until the free market comes around. I'm gonna get some good shit this year I'm really excited for. What are you all looking forward to this summer? I made a list. I was like, what's my summer gonna look like? And I started just kind of like writing out what I want to do, what I want to be doing. I have an instrument on layaway, kind of, sort of. I'm gonna like pay it off in 2 big swoops. I have plans for swimming and paddleboarding and biking. Definitely going up north a little bit. No summer plans. You gotta get some summer plans. You have your brother's wedding coming up, Libby. You don't have nothing going on. What are some things that you might want to do? You know, ways to get out and about. It's my favorite part. I'm going to be helping to host renters' rights training so that people can know what to look for and, you know, advocate for themselves if they find themselves in a precarious situation. I'm excited. Those are actually supposed to start next month. I have a lot of work to do on that, actually. I need to collaborate with a couple people and be like, hey, we should hold a meeting. Like, we should all meet and really solidify this shit, because right now we're all just kind of like doing little things, and I think we should really bring it together. We're running out of time, but at least I believe we've come to a conclusion. Like, we know where we're meeting. We just got a day and then social media. That was sarcasm. What? Let's see. Looking forward to Boob Sweat, Swamp Ass, and Chub Rub. I mean, someone might be looking forward to your Boob Sweat, Swamp Ass, and Chub Rub. So, Scythe, don't rule that out. Don't rule that out. Um, yeah, no. Oh, boob seat. Could they be a seat? They could be a seat for somebody. Anyways, you know, I won't be looking forward to the sweat of summer. The humidity, the 98% humidity that we get up here. Land of 1,000 lakes. Good God. That's when it gets swampy. Could be worse. Could be worse. You know, you got the beautiful California coast, or even, I mean, y'all got fucking mountains and shit. California has like such a diverse terrain. I hate y'all. I'm so jealous. You could go up north and hang out like in the redwoods, or I think there's even like y'all got hot springs up there too if you go far enough north. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I've planned a couple trips to California that I may someday take. So I like to look, and I like to like save places of interests of interest. You're a vampire penguin. You're a vampire penguin. Where does the blood sucking come in on that one, babe? I'm a penguin in the fact that like you could give me a rock and I'll swoon. I do love penguins though. Penguin. Did you see that that Cumbersnatch documentary where he said penguin like 20 different ways and they were all kind of wrong? Could be worse. It could be Missouri. It could be Missouri. Y'all got ticks like a motherfucker. That is true. Missouri is actually really pretty though. So I won't dog it too much. And we love pretty states. You hate the sun and you love the cold. Why do you live in California? You could be in like Alaska. You could be in the upper Midwest. Come to Minnesota. Come to Minnesota. You know, depending on where you work, you might never see the sun in the winter. I did that. I worked in this place that had like no fucking windows because I was in the very back of the building, and it was the worst. I would like run outside on my break. I was just like, I just need any vitamin D at all because it was just fucking dark all the time. It's the worst. Yeah. Missouri is pretty, Libby. I won't knock it. I won't dog it too bad. I do love Minnesota though, even though I'm not crazy about the cold. This was the first year I went walking on the lakes when they were frozen, and the whole time I was super nervous because I was like, please don't fall in and die. Please. Like, that's my biggest fear, because what if I fall in and die, you know? But then, like, people were biking on it, and I was just like, okay, you know what? If they're biking, I'm safe to walk. But it made me so nervous, and I do eventually want to try out maybe ice fishing. I don't know. It just seems like so much waiting around, but I guess that's when like you kind of just drink, and that seems to be what most of it is. Let's see. Oh, I did not get all the way through on that one, or did I? Maybe I'm just a dumb liar. Maybe. I don't think I am. I don't know. That looks weird. That one looks weird. Yeah, no. That's wrong. What did I do? What did I do? Okay, let's see here. You have a friend that can't pronounce penguin. He is like Penguin. that's funny. He could totally do a documentary with Cumberbatch. He's great. He's got a weird face though, right? Like his face is very pointy. Like it's very sharp. I like it. He's almost one of those where it's like you don't have to be traditionally hot to be attractive. 'Cause there are women that they thirst. I never realized like how many women thirsted after him until I like looked into him and I was like, oh dear God, that's weird. All right, we're just gonna make our own hole here because that's not looking right. And now it looks better. All right. Ingenuity at its finest. I am wanting to get like a camera again. That way my handy hands. But I'm also working on a lot of things, and the paycheck goes as far as the paycheck goes. So. Um, let's see. My mom gave me the revolver. She had it in like this little pink, like wrapped in a pink. It looked like a washcloth. I'm just gonna call it that. So I went to I drove out to the suburbs and I got like a bag for it, like an actual case. So now I feel very official. Let's see. Scythe says LibbyCon tour in Las Vegas and Canada 2026. Whoa, a 2-stop tour. Libby, you're gonna be busy. You're gonna be so busy. Scythe says Cumberbatch is not attractive, and you did see the documentary with him saying that he's not attractive. Huh. Well, you know, to each their own. I think he's okay. I think he's attractive in a unique way. Like some models aren't necessarily like the most attractive, but they have unique features. I do know a gal who has she has pointy ears, and I felt so bad. I kind of stared at them when I first saw. I was like, this bitch has pointed fucking ears. They were so pretty, and I kind of wanted to I don't know, I want my ears to look like that. And I looked it up. It's like a genetic thing, and it's super rare. And I was like, you could be like a model just for that feature, girly. Let's see. Yeah, Libby, you better buckle up. Canada and Las Vegas. Where in Canada? Because I am closer to Winnipeg, I believe. I was debating on whether or not to take a road trip north for my birthday. I did decide that for my birthday, I'm not going to do anything with anyone. I did it last year, and they fucking ruined it because I was, taking care of them the whole time, and it really just kind of pissed me off. So I think Winnipeg is going to be, it's pretty central. I'm just saying, it's pretty north of the Midwest, which is a good halfway point. And I can't remember where our Canadians live. But Winnipeg is really pretty, from what I've seen. Let's see here. If Libby doesn't go, I'll just have a life-size cutout of her. You should! You should. Oh my god, that'd be so funny. You should go, anyone who goes on vacation should take a life-size cutout of Libby with them and then just, pose at all these places. You'll pick me up on the way, thank you. Thank you. I'll bring snacks and I'll, make a playlist. I actually have, if anyone has a CD player, I can burn CDs, which I actually need to do a bunch of because I want to get rid of Spotify. I was doing, Spotify has audiobooks. They only give you 15 hours per month. Per month. And I realized that I spend a lot of my time rewinding on the audiobooks because I'm half paying attention. If I start reading something, then I have to go back. They only give you 15 hours and for 10 more hours. So when I reached my limit, they were like, oh, don't worry. You can get more for $13. I could get 10 hours of an audiobook. And I'm like, bitch, kick rocks. Fuck you, Spotify. I was so mad. I was so genuinely mad. I got a quarter way through a book. Anyways, let's see. Oh. Alright, you're not great at judging men's attractiveness. I can find something attractive about most people, Libby. Yeah, no, most I like to do that too. I like to look for the pretty things for people. Absolutely. But then I'm weird about it. My friend that I went out with today, she has really, really pretty lips. Really pretty lips. I will say that. It's she has a perfect Cupid's bow. And then, really, they're full, and I'm just jealous. I'm I want to snatch them off your face and put them on mine. But not in, a weird way. you know. Just want to wear your skin. Just kidding. Just kidding. 100% joking. But yeah, no. I do like to find the pretty things. That's a really good way to look at things, Libby. Let's see, it doesn't matter where in Canada. I've just always wanted to go. Yeah, no, same. And, like, I've been in Minnesota for so long. It's kind of weird that I haven't been to Canada. Like, they're right there. But I also, like, I haven't been super far north either because it reaches a level where there's not much there anyways. So it's kind of like, my mom wants to go up there to see, like, bears and moose. And I forget how big moose are. Like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's like a deer. And it's fucking not. They're, like, bigger than cars. So, moose terrify me. I don't fuck with them. So, I will be very respectful of the nature in Canada and treat it with the respect it deserves. Let's see. That would be a wide cutout. Libby, I will take a road trip. Missouri's not very far, okay? I can bomb that shit probably in less than 12 hours to smack the shit out of you, knock it off. Anyways, it would be a tall cutout because you're very tall, Libby. There, that's stop it. Anyways, let's see. We're gonna have photo shoots with Libby, the cutout. Yeah, exactly. I can drive, and you'll read to me for free. Yay! I'm a terrible driver though, so I hope you're ready to be afraid. Be very afraid. Like, I'm a good driver, don't get me wrong. We're not gonna die, but we're gonna, like, almost die. So, just to put that in perspective for you, I would love to drive. Mooses are freaking huge. Yes! I stood by a statue of, you know, I went to some museum, and I was just like, oh. I was very humbled. I was like, oh, they're not deer. Like, they're not deer. Not even a little bit. That slap. Thank you, Scythe. Okay, so I love my brain rot. You know they went around on the internet and they were like slap competitions. So they're terrible. They're really, really terrible. People should not be doing them. You're essentially just giving yourself brain damage. But I feel like I would do well on the giving end. Receiving, I'm a little bitch. Like, I'd be like, I would cry, and I will not feel bad about crying at all. Like, yeah, I just got hit. I'm gonna cry, of course. But yeah, no, that shit looks like low-key fun. I think I just want to slap the shit out of someone just once. Just once. Maybe I'll just slap the shit out of myself later. Just, let's see. Your average height. Okay, you know what? You're both tall. You're both stupid tall. Alright. Libby, you're not like average height. Not in Eastern countries. Maybe in America, but like, you know, most people are below average. Yes, I almost die. I got you. It's just gonna be a little scary for like a minute. For like a second. We'll be fine. I'm a professional. I've never died. So, and I've been in accidents. And so, like, you know, that's gotta be lucky. And they weren't even my fault. I was just like there. So, let's see. The slap competitions are insane. Yeah, and like I was watching this thing about like how bad they are and how it's like this big money grab, and there were a bunch of like underlining things as well, but apparently, yeah, you shouldn't be getting the shit slapped out of you like that on the regular. It's apparently bad for your brain. Who would have thunk it? I mean, you know what? They want to do it. If they want to do it, why can't I watch? You know? Like, are they being forced? Is it consensual? That's really what matters, right? You hate those? Yeah, some pass out. Yes, they do. Like, there's some serious hitters in there. It's crazy. It's kind of, like, low-key cool, though. But, like, at the same time, you're like, oh, I shouldn't be enjoying this. Everything fun is bad for us. Boo. Oh, well. I'll have to find other things. I was looking at various, fencing schools and, like, sword fighting lessons to kind of, like, keep it going, but damn. One is like 100. It looks like I'll either spend like $150 or more are the options. So it's just kind of like, eh. We'll do a Missouri stop. Absolutely, we will have to pick up Libby. Definitely. So from California over to Missouri, then up to Minnesota on the way to Canada. And whoever else in between, right? That would be the plan. I did that with, not quite that, but like I had an ex who wanted to buy a car out of Oklahoma. And so his friend and I, like all three of us load into the car, and we basically like bombed down in a single night to Oklahoma. We got there at like noon the next day or some shit like that. And then we get there and the guy's like, yeah, I'm not gonna sell the car actually. And I'm like, what? And I believe he didn't realize what he had when he posted it, which is why we were hauling ass down there. And then we think that he like talked to someone. But anyways, on the way back there were like torrential downpours. I think it was in Missouri too. That was really bad. And we had to stop and like stay at a hotel. It was terrible. Yeah, right? That is a good plan. That's a solid road trip too. A solid road trip. I really wish America would get it together with like pedestrian trains, because I was looking at like various train routes with Amtrak, and I think there are some really cool ones, and they're just, I don't know, it's underwhelming, the options. Like it could be so much better and it's not. I just really wish we had that capability here, because I was like really looking at how I could take a train to California, because it would go like across the upper United States and then just down the coast. I was like, oh, that would be so like fun and pretty, and I could just like have a room on the train and then just have like a little trip. But apparently they don't really do that. So I think my option is either to drive north or go to like Chicago, which I don't know what I would do in Chicago. Besides go to like medieval times. I would definitely, if I do go to Illinois, I'm gonna go to medieval times. If I ever become rich, I'm gonna open one in Minnesota. It'd be so popular. Like fucking jousting. Who doesn't want to see that shit? It's too fun. But we shall see. Let's see. There's been quite a bit going on. I'm trying to like remember everything that's happened in the last few days. I'm going to be doing a training program coming up, and then I have a guy who is occasionally sending me like possible trade opportunities. Minnesota jousting, absolutely. Be so fun. And like, especially when like Renaissance comes to town, that would be big business. Everyone's already in their costumes. So I'd have to have it by wherever they host the Renfest. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to like find some stuff to do more consistently. My friend's always like, oh yeah, we can go bike riding, but like her bike is electric and mine is not. And so we'll be doing like 10 miles plus, and I'm just like, hey babe, no. like we need to chill. We need to fucking chill out. And she's just like, oh yeah, I guess I forgot. And I'm like, yeah, no, I know, because I'm back here like dying. And I love a bike ride, don't get me wrong, but I'm not down to die. Where is it? Got it. Let's see. I know, right? The electric is cheating. It's so, like, it's a lot. So I'm just like, I'm down for the bike ride, but you gotta chill. Because she's just like, oh yeah, let's just keep going. And I'm like, I'm tired, babe. Like, I'm so fucking tired. Ooh. Okay, so we've reached the bottom. So we got one side done. And now we're gonna start curving. Cool, 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 cool. These little stitches, I am, like, this should hold really, really well in terms of at least helping the bag keep its shape. So I am excited. But yes, yeah, the electric bike. And now my mom wants to get an electric bike, and I'm just kind of like, look, you guys, like, that's cool and all, but, you know, when you're bombing, you know, down a trail and whatnot, you gotta remember you're not with someone who has that. Like, damn. I don't know, there's worse things, but let's see. Get ropes to pull you when you get tired, for real though. For fucking real though. I considered it when cuz there was one day her and I we met, so I biked to her place, and then we went to like a big farmers market in the city. And then from there we went into downtown Minneapolis, and then we made our way across the Mississippi. Wait, no, that's not the Mississippi. A different river. We crossed this massive bridge and basically like went over by the college campuses, and then we ended up, so that's then on like, we went from the west side of the city over to the east side of the city, and then we eventually went like way south, and then we had to go like northwest to get back. It was just a lot, and by the end of it, I'm like, we're done. I'm tapped. I'm absolute tapped. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'm really excited for this bag. I just really want to like finish everything that I've been working on. I've been working during like my work shift on the sphere for the flail. It looks a little wonky, so I'm going to start stuffing it to see if that helps with the shape, and I'm also going to steam it. But I remember my other one looked a little wonky too, so we'll see. But yeah, so I just really want to start wrapping up some of these projects. I feel like I'm just taking forever, and I don't want to. Like, I don't know why I see like all this stuff on social media where it's like they're banging out these projects, and I'm like, where do you find the time? How? And it's, yeah, I think it's just like consistency. So I really just want to finish off my work in progress projects, and be able to go from there. And even my that cardigan I've been working on, I need to add a couple rows, and I did finally figure out how I'm gonna do that. I just need to ensure that like it works in execution, because like I'm pretty sure I know what I need to do in theory. Let's see, yeah, but yeah, I really do. And then like the side handles, just like the basic hoops that are gonna go here, they're gonna be this orange, which I do actually really like this orange. And then I have these little brass bits for the hardware, and then I'm sewing on a liner, which I need to add pockets to, and then I'll also and that has to be like hand stitched because this is like plastic, so I can't sew through that, but that'll also then cover all of this junk up as well, so I'm hoping that it's gonna look really clean. And then I'm going to also crochet like a tab that ends in like a half circle, so that I can have like a magnetic clasp to help it stay closed. But yeah, so like I have just like these little details I need to do. Let's see, they don't have lives. You're out there doing, thank you. Yeah, I just experiencing different things. I do try and like actually go out and touch grass. I do, because I feel like otherwise I'd be depressed, honestly. Like, winter is already hard enough, which is one of the reasons why I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stream, like that will definitely help, and it does. But yeah, this time of the year I get busy, and it's just like a lot, and now I'm starting to feel like mildly overwhelmed, but not in like a bad way, more just in like a I need to schedule myself pretty diligently way. And then I also need to not resent that, because when I do get a bit busy or a bit too busy and I feel like I'm on the back burner, I do kind of like start to get annoyed by it, where I'm just like, well, when is it me time? Um, let's see. Have you ever thought about doing festivals and selling your stuff? Not really. Just because, like, from what I've heard, it can be really hard to make a decent amount of money at festivals and stuff like that. However, once I really hone in the mace or the flail, I was invited by my dad, because my dad does leather work for the Renaissance Festival. He invited me to basically this online group where people sell their stuff year round. So once the flail is really honed in, I'm going to make some that are smaller. I'm also going to make a few that are bigger, and then I'm going to offer them for sale there. But I don't think I would see myself doing festivals or things like that, just because I also think it would take the fun out of it. And I'm pretty selfish. Like, I'm like, I want to make stuff for me. And I think that's okay. But I think if I started to really attach a lot of pressure to it, I would probably start to dislike it in that context, if that makes sense. Just because, like, even with Christmas, when I was, like, scrambling, I was like, fuck this. like, do I even like you people? And for half of them, no. There's a good half of my family that I will not be making anything for next year, because they were kind of douchebags about it. Even though my sister said hers was, she said she was joking. I think she can still kick rocks. But yeah, my older sister likes her flail, so that made me really happy. The cost of a booth can be prohibitive for a lot of small creators. Yeah, I've seen that too. And I just like, I don't know. I don't see myself like creating patterns or anything like that. I would rather maybe like use crochet in some of my like garment making. So maybe I make a dress and the straps are crochet rather than the traditional sewing. Like things like that, just kind of like mix it in. But yeah, I don't know, to each their own. A friend of mine, his wife does a lot of sewing. She does a lot of knitting and crochet. And I feel like I should just like talk to her and be like, hey, would you give me like sewing lessons and stuff? Like I want to make dresses and whatnot. But if I'm being totally honest, I can't remember her name. I just keep calling her his wife and being really vague. And like I see her all the time and I'm like, hey, you? Yeah, no. Because I know her husband, and I met her, like, I went to her house once, and I can't remember her name. I think it's something like Susan. I think it's something like Sue. Or maybe that's just because she's, like, she's the age of it. She looks like a Susan. But I think I would really want to do something like that. But yeah, I really want to get more into, like, clothing if I was going to do anything at, like, a festival or selling stuff. But there's just so much out there now. And what I've seen a lot of is a lot of like 3D printing stuff is also becoming really popular at those festivals with like the dragons and whatnot. It's been really weird. Yeah, you hate when you've forgotten people's names. I just feel like such a dick. Because every time, like, she's always there. Anytime I see, because it's a tenant organizing group, she doesn't really do anything in it. She just tags along with her husband. So I interact a lot with her husband, and, like, he and I have done, like, one-on-ones and things like that as far as organizing. And so I know him pretty well, and, I'm the same age as their daughters. And so, like, we talk about their daughters, and I'm such a dick. I'm such a dick that I forgot her name and I need to write it down. But yeah, I think I'm gonna ask I'm gonna ask one of my friends in the group and be like, hey, what's his wife's name? And I'm gonna really, really hope that he knows what this guy's wife's name is. Or, oh, you know what? There's a few people I can ask, actually. they're gonna be at that meeting I'm gonna set up. So I'm gonna we're gonna work this out. They'll never know. Let's see. Is he on Facebook? Look him up. You're so smart for that, Libby. You are a genius. I forgot about Facebook. I don't fuck with it. People I went to high school with keep finding me on there, and I hate it. Yes. No, I knew what you said. I knew what you said, girly. No, for real though, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Okay. That is so genius. It's not even funny. 'Cause yeah, he's like super involved in everything, and I don't know, she's just like always around, and I'm like, hey. Anyway, and then I go on, you know, talking to the people that I organize with, so we don't interact too much. But yes, I know she does, like, she made a costume for a cover band. There's a band called Ghost. They had a song pop off forever ago, but to my knowledge, they're kind of cringe. And they do like these neat costumes. They're very performative. And I guess she made one of their like lead singer's costumes or something like that. But she said, I did talk to her. She said that she doesn't get much business from it, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what else she does, but oh, she's very crafty. She makes these really cool dolls, though. I will say that. She, like, knits dolls. I'm like, what the fuck? You're crazy and awesome. So I gotta talk to her. I also know another gal who's, like, super awesome at sewing. She said she'd do lessons, but of course she's like, I gotta figure out my pricing. And I was like, let me know. Like, hopefully you're feeling charitable, because I'm gonna be signing up for music lessons this summer. So I'm like, I would like to learn stuff that isn't going to cost me an arm and a leg. Please. So much stuff. Yeah, that's one thing I added to my list this summer. Learn an instrument. I do want to do some skateboarding as well. And then I think that's one thing I'll do too. Oh my god, I can skateboard and I'll just hold on to my friend's bike. And then I'll just die as she drags me along because I've fallen off and didn't let go. That's my plan for the summer. Road rash. Or a broken ligament. Ooh, I have never broken a bone, so maybe we can change that. Oh, that is nowhere near the hole. What the fuck am I? Where am I? Sorry, hold on. I gotta get this together. Ooh. You taught yourself how to play the guitar? That's awesome! That's super awesome. I'm gonna be doing like online stuff as well to like teach myself a bit, but I definitely intend to probably like do a lesson or two. We'll see though, because so once I get the instrument, there's a couple community classes that are going on where they are kind of like an intro class, but they require that you already have your instrument. So I might do some of those, but like I need to redo like music theory. I'm gonna have to be relearning reading music and notes, so I won't be like jumping right away into classes. And I might actually my brother plays guitar, and that's so cool that you taught yourself scythe. That's awesome. You're so fucking cool. Like, genuinely, you're really cool. He plays guitar, and he said that he like played a bit of banjo too. So maybe I'll be like, hey buddy, help your sister, don't be a dick. Nah, he's cool. I bet he would. I could probably like bribe him by taking him out to dinner or something. Be like, we can hang out and just, you know, mess around. We'll pluck the strings, and he can like sing too while he plays. He's like really talented. He went recently to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to do some performances too. It was kind of neat. I was like, oh, okay. Look at you, little rock star. But then I'll ask him, I'm like, who's your favorite like artist, or what kind of music do you like? And he's just, I don't know. I don't have one. I don't know. And I'm like, what? And he's learning how to like play the piano too, and I'm just like, you don't actually know what kind of music I don't know. He's such a weird kid. How do you not know? Like, I feel like even at that age, because he's like 14, even at that age I had favorites. I knew bands. It's so, I don't know, so lame. You'd think a kid's so musical would have favorites. I just want to play like the Chicks, you know? Or maybe like some Noah Khan. Nothing crazy. Just little things here and there. But yeah, I think there's like claw hammer classes and what's the second way? I can't recall the name for the second method that they use for banjo. Boys in general, maybe. Maybe. I just figured, you know, like you're so into music, you gotta have like things that you actually like, right? But suppose not. Maybe. I don't know. Wasn't sure if he was like drawing inspiration from somewhere, like what kind of, you know, artist do you want to be? I don't know. Maybe I'll ask him in a few more years and see if he has any answers. But yeah, he's a cool kid. He's lucky. I wish I'd wanted to learn an instrument when I was younger, but kept bopping around. No time for it. What is the second method? Let's see. Yeah, I think one is claw hammer and the other is like two finger, where your pinky is basically stationary on the instrument and then you just use like two of your fingers to pluck the strings or something like that. It's like traditional style. And then claw hammer, you have like picks, or I think you can have picks, otherwise you just kind of like your hand is folded in like this. We'll see. I found I found the instrument. I found where to buy it. I have it like in my cart, and I do this. So basically, if you just like put something in your cart and then you like leave it there, a lot of the times you'll get emails for discounts and stuff like that. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm hoping to get some email discounts. As long as he's not emo. Oh my god, no. My little sister though, so like she is 19. She basically dresses like Avril Lavigne from when I was a kid. And I saw her one day and I was like, so it's not a phase, huh? And I was kind of giving her like a hard time because I wear like a lot of like streetwear style too. But yeah, she's got like the fishnet undershirts, and she like I pissed her off. I was like, oh yeah, you dress like a lot like our older sister. And she does. Like my older sister is like kind of like not quite goth, but a bit alternative in her styling. She's always been like very much like combat boots and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure that like made her really mad. But I'm like, bro, that's how you're dressing. Like, what? There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's okay. It's cool. Like, it's chill. But, you know, she's at that age where she's like, no, I'm different. I'm not like any of you. And I'm like, okay, babe, well, you know, I was emo in high school. I wasn't emo, but like I had the hair and it was black. And then I had like underneath it was like purple and blue. Yeah. Yeah, I wore a lot of like black and purple. That was basically, and some of the music. Okay, I did listen to some of the music. God, high school was cringe. High school was cringe. Terrible times. Nah, they were okay, actually. Okay, now you're wanting me to go on bike rides. That's your goal for the summer, is to go on a trail and bike through it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Minnesota has like crazy bike trails. Like there's so many maps. You could probably like find a bunch in your area. I hope you do, Scythe. I love a good bike ride. I don't know, it's nice to be out. I always tell myself, I'm like, oh, we're just gonna go on like a chill cruise and it'll be relaxing, and then I find myself like pedaling for my life trying to like finish because we have in Minneapolis, it's the chain of lakes. And there's a bike path around basically all of them. They're all connected, and I'm pretty sure it's close to 10-ish miles. I think maybe a little more than 10 miles around when you finish all of them. But I find myself trying to get through it as fast as possible for some reason. I'm like thinking to myself, like, wasn't this supposed to be chill? And I'm like, nope, too late. We're going for it. It's a problem. It's super fun. I never wore a choker. How dare you? I never wore a choker. I had my ears were stretched, and that's about as far as I went. And I never went super big either, so I was actually able to pull them out, and then they went back down to size by the next day. Never. Okay, I did have I had these shitty fucking shoes that I got at like a thrift store because we were broke as fuck, but they were like just torn up. I think they were like knockoff Converse. I don't even think they were real Converse. And I spray painted them gold. And then they were like a little bit distressed after the gold. They were kind of like, I don't know, they were kind of fun. It was a good time. The right people liked them. So I was like, all right, yeah, these are dope shoes. Let's see. Okay, you don't know about those crazy trails. Let's see if your butt doesn't go numb just on a flat trail. Yeah. There's gotta be. There's like, our trails are like real low quality, if I'm being honest. They're paved, but they're not great. And there's one section that is so bumpy. I wish I had like a feminine cup or something, because like shit feels bruised after that, and it's like a whole stretch. You can't even get away from it. You're like, all right, we're gonna go down this part of the trail, and we just gotta get through it. And it's like the halfway point, which is great. Yeah, no, it's awful. And that's what I found out. Girl, get yourself a pair of bike shorts. Those bike shorts are padded. Like, it's padded. It's padded. That's how they can go so far. It's padded. The cup. The whole thing. They got little cushions on there. It's like extra lips. So, like, definitely don't go anywhere after or before. Alright, you're going to want to put on those shorts and maybe, like, put a different pair of shorts on over them so no one sees the padded lips that it basically gives you. But those people are cheating. I found that out, actually. My therapist told me that. He's an avid cyclist. I was like, I just don't get how these people are doing it. And he was like, oh, yeah, no, it's super easy. Yeah, they're cheating. I just thought they had, like, fucking rock solid bits down there. I was like, man, you guys must be made of metal or something different that ain't me. But yeah, no, that's actually what it is. Fun fact. Let's see here. You have a whole pack of chokers to choose from. Oh my god. That's right, Libby. We're waiting on your ALR cosplay. You're procrastinating on that, aren't ya? I actually, oh my god, I found the crumble cookie store in my area, and I was like, ew. But now I know where it is. So I can send you crumble cookies for when you're ready to do your impression of ALR. Yeah, we're definitely waiting on that. The people demand it. We want what we want, and I'm so behind. How is she doing? Genuinely. That's what I'll stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm just gonna stream one of your lives to catch up, because I have no idea what the fuck is happening. Oh, I'm so out of it. I do see bits. Her diet is actually not a diet. Is that right? Her non-diet diet. I love that for her. You're putting Scythe in timeout? Oh, for the Libby Lynn comment? Yeah, I know, right? She's such a mean wife. Scythe, with friends like you, who needs enemies? You're always there to twist the knife. Comparing us to ALR. How dare you? How dare you? I make you no promises. That's how I don't break them, alright? Let's see, you're behind by 2 videos that you'll stream tomorrow. Okay, what time are you streaming? Because I intend to be in my bedroom sewing. There's nothing I should need to leave the house for. There is no other obligation to my knowledge that I have in this world besides sewing. Dear God, I hope I'm not forgetting something. You're way behind on Beck and Destiny. Oh shit. Fuck. So they're still doing that, huh? Damn, that's so cool of them. Wow. They're so not cringe for being so fucking cringe. Dear God. Dear God. I need to buy like a whiskey to put in my drink now. Sorry. Cheers. I did go and I went and looked at some whiskey, but it's all made in Kentucky, and for some reason I feel like I shouldn't be supporting Kentucky right now, just because like the general climate of things. So I didn't buy anything because I was like, I don't know what I'm getting, and I don't want to be here anymore. And security kept looking at me. Although I do joke with the security guys at my local liquor store because it's fun. Like, their doors are really heavy because he was like, don't snatch anything, don't take anything, and I did. I like snatched one off and I turned like I was gonna run, and he was like, ah. And then he showed me, he was like, actually, these doors are crazy heavy. You wouldn't get past me. And I was like, yeah, no, that's a fair point, bud. So I put it down and I went and, behaved myself. I like to be chummy with retail workers. It's a problem. I just, it's a small town. It's a big, small town. Let's see. Well, maybe you... Okay, so you're going to get it out of the way. Maybe you won't tell someone to fuck off tomorrow in the stream. I hope you do. You can tell me to fuck off tomorrow. I'll poke the bear. I like that. Good for you. Good for you. They need to hear it. Let's see. Stitch in her bed, sewing and passing out from listening to Beck's voice. She sounds like she's on My 600-Pound Life, doing her intro. And I know I said it before, and it's because I said it that now I can't undo it. I can't take it back. I put the words out into the universe, and that's what she sounds like whenever she talks. And she talks so slowly. I don't understand how someone talks so slowly. And I'm sure I'm not the fastest talker, but dear Lord, it's a Summit Diet Cola. You can get it at Aldi. It's occasionally in stock. It's actually crazy inconsistent. I'm so addicted. I've gone to 2 different Aldis because I was like, it's either this or I'm gonna go to the gas station and get like a Diet Coke in a big gulp because obviously I'm not gonna pay. Have you seen lately the cost of soda that you like buy in a bottle, or even just like the normal cans? And I even went to like a local grocery store and they didn't have any non-brand names. I was like, the fuck is this? So it's either that or like I'm gonna have to start buying like 2 liters of knockoff shit from the Dollar Tree. It's crazy. I'm not drinking Pepsi, that's for fucking sure. Let's see. Oh, you love that? I make their jobs fun. I hope so. I just try and be like nice to people. I went to I said it earlier, I went to that sewing warehouse, and they were out of the denim sewing needles, and I was like, babe, please tell me you have more. And it's the same gal I've chatted with before too. And she was like, I think so, yeah, like let me go look. And so she went and looked, and she pulls out a box. I'm like, well, give me the whole box. I'll just like I'll just stock it. And, I gotta go put this back anyways. And she's like, oh, no, it's fine. And so I go back to put the one that I pulled, and I'm putting it back, and she's right next to me. I'm like, see, I told you, I would have put it away. I know how to do this. I've done it before. Like, let me help you. I just hate being an inconvenience. But yeah, I do try and, I just try and be, friendly. It's just nice to chat with people. I don't know. I like to yap, so I might as well. You get so excited when Libby tells someone to fuck off. You're like, yeah, exactly. It's like, yes. Because they're such little assholes all the time. It's like, fuck off. It's so nice. It's so nice. And Libby, you're so sweet that it's like, it's a nice, it's a balance. It's a balance. You're like, you can have nice Libby, or you can fuck off. Like, I'm foul-mouthed, so me saying that is just like nothing. Yeah, she's very monotone. Yes, every morning I wake up and I want to die. I eat 15 eggs and I can't say no when my mom offers me more. I shower once a month. Like, she sounds like she's on a TLC show, and I give her the show TLC. Jesus Christ, just make it stop. Make it stop. Like, TLC could be making a lot of money. You do speed them up to 1.25. That is impressive. That is a lot of speed up. You can put Beck on 2x speed and she's still slow. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, Libby, soda is expensive, I know. I know. Well, like, I was in line at the grocery store and they have, like, the bottles, of course. And they're nearly, like, $3 now for just one of their bottles. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna go, I go to the gas station and I'll get, like, the extra large big gulp, and that'll stay in my fridge for, like, 2 days because I'm so addicted. And I love caffeine. I need caffeine with my Adderall so that I feel normal. And I just really love caffeine. And I stopped drinking coffee, so I really gotta... I'm just making excuses. I know. Let's see. Like, $7 to $8 for a 12-pack of cans. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I get the Aldi knockoff. Chips are expensive, too. And that's your poison of choice. Which chip? Which chip is your poison of choice? Aldi has chips for like $1 or like $2. You can get a big bag of chips at Aldi's for pretty darn cheap. Let's see. You feel bad when you tell people to fuck off and stream? Don't, Libby. Some of those people are just like grade A assholes. Like, for real. They need to. I feel like they're so used to their little echo chambers. I have not looked at Girl World in a hot minute at this point. I'm not subbed to anyone but you. I've like stepped so far back because it's gotten so toxic. It's gotten so icky. And it makes me wonder, like, was I always overlooking the ickiness of it? I know we've talked about it. I don't think it's always been this bad. Let's see. She says fuck off in a sweet way. Yeah, Libby, you're not even, like, that mean about it. You're like, oh, fuck off. Like, like, I don't know. I feel like you could be way meaner given the people who are in your chats being assholes. They're so mean. Yeah, it is super toxic. I don't get it. And I think all of it with the exes is really lame. The whole thing is so lame. If my ex came out talking shit about me right now, I'd be like, ew. And then I would ignore him. I think that's the issue, is that she's not ignoring them. I don't know. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat over here. Eye contact. Just you and me. Stay with me. Okay, let's see. You have a demon voice. You're gonna need to send that in Discord chat for proof. Thank you very much. I'm waiting. Alright, I have my phone here. We're waiting for your demon voice in Discord chat. It's okay, I have time. Where is it? Where is it? Well, let me show. My brother gave me a hard time about my screensaver. It's Shrek farting in a swamp. It's either that or it has like Shrek. I'm not gonna talk about it anyways. But we're gonna need to hear that, Scythe. I'm not joking. X talk shit about me. You're going out swinging. I think I would have to hit mine with a car. I think I would. My little sister is a psycho, and she found where my ex and his new girlfriend live. She found where they live, and then she drove by their house, and she was like, yeah, it's him. And I'm like, you're a freak. You're a problem. And I was like, so, are they doing well? It's her house. He moved in with her because he's a bum. He actually lost our house because he's a fucking loser. And he realized that he couldn't pay the mortgage on his own, and I actually did contribute with my income. Fucking clown. But no, for real, like, it's so weird. I don't even know what I would say. I was talking to someone recently, and they were even like, they're like, if I'm dating a woman who's divorced, I would need to talk to her ex-husband to like find out why they actually got divorced. And I'm like, ew, what the fuck? And I even asked, I was like, okay, so what if they simply told you that, you know, people change and they were no longer happy in the relationship? You know, would that not be an acceptable, you know, response? And they're like, no, I'd still need to talk to the ex. And I'm like, ew. Like, I don't even know my ex's number anymore. I made sure all that shit was blocked. I was like, I have no reason to talk to them. Or let alone have someone new that I'd potentially date interview them as to why the marriage ended. And do you really think they're gonna give an honest answer? Like, no. No, I don't think he would. He probably says that I'm like a crazy bitch. I guarantee it, because that's what he said about all of his exes to me. And I now realize what a red flag that is. I've learned a lesson. Let's see. Amber feels the need to clap back at them because they're saying things about her. I totally get that. Totally get that. You've never heard Scythe's voice, and she's your wife. Well, we definitely need to hear her demon voice in the Discord chat. Like, that's now so necessary and mandatory. It's not even optional at this point, I don't think. Oh my god. I got holes. I got holes where there shouldn't be holes. Here we go. We're gonna wind back. What the fuck was happening there? Let's see. That's a great... Thank you. Thank you. I love my screensavers. I love Shrek. Yeah, that's gross. Going to the ex's spouse. Yeah, I just think that's so weird. So weird. Yeah, that would be inappropriate to do in a new relationship, to have to like interview the ex. Absolutely. And they were saying it so confidently. I was like, that's insane to have that opinion. And they thought that it was so normal. They were like, no, because no woman is ever going to be totally honest. And I was like, okay, so if if people change within the relationship and you're no longer happy, leaving to me like when someone leaves an unhappy relationship tells me that they have enough self-respect to recognize when it's unhappy and to just, want a better life for themselves, which is the fairest thing that anyone can possibly do, in my opinion. And I'm like, so isn't it like, and they're just like, no, that's a red flag. And I'm like, what? Like, self-respect is a red flag to this dude. It was so weird. I was clearly, it was clearly arguing with a man on the topic, where I'm just like, you know what? Okay. Like, have fun dying alone, because no divorced woman is going to be like, oh yeah, let me just call him up and he can tell you what failed, and like, are you looking for a list of everything she did wrong or something? Like, yeah, the total walking red flag. I agree. Super weird to just like not believe women like that. Let's see. Scythe, I've yet to see a notice for a voice chat. Let's get to it. A demonic voice. We need this. Is it gonna be anywhere on the level of Alexis's Joker style laugh that she does? I can't even begin to think about like mimicking it, because it's so cringe. So I love cringe. I love that kind of shit. And there's like r/I'm very badass, where they're reading it and it's like, my coworker told me he laughs just like the Joker, and then he did an impersonation of it, which means that like now he's always gonna have to laugh like that, otherwise she's gonna be like, oh, that was fake. It's just so cringe. I love it. I love shit like that. So what is it, Scythe? I'm not gonna lie, this is getting hairy. Maybe. Am I missing something? No? Okay. Alright. I'm not seeing any stitches missed. For now. We're not gonna let it go. I'm like a dog with a bone at this point. Oof. It's looking thinner. when I go through. Alexis needs to leave. I agree. She's kind of scary, if I'm being honest. She's a little unhinged for me. She's a little bit psycho. Pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, you think Scythe has a lovely voice and we'll hear it someday? Hopefully. Hopefully. I just want to hear her demon impression. Her demonic voice. You haven't checked Bex or Alexis's channel for several days. You don't have a lovely voice? What? What? Who says that? I talk all day on the phones and people will be like, how old are you? And I'm like, once I panicked and said 40. They scared me. But they're like, I thought you were a child. And I'm like, in what way? Like, ew. Gross. Although I will say my customer service voice is much softer. I like to speak really soft for the elderly. That way they'll be like, I can't hear you. Speak up. And I don't. I just keep talking at the same volume. Like, can you hear me now? And they're like, no. And I'm good. Like, I sure would hate for you to hang up in anger. That would be the worst. Don't do that, please, no. Or I'll just like use my toes and I'll like reach down and pull the power cord to end the call. Don't tell my boss I do that. Shh, it's our secret. It's between me and the internet. That's so mean. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I'm not a good person. You should know that. I'm a terrible person. Yeah, I did. I panicked. I got scared. I was like, why are you asking how old I am? Like, oh my god. Remember back when that was rude? Like, ew. Or they'll be like, where do you live? And I'm like, locally? I don't like it. Although I did have some guy call the other day, and he was like, I was a Hell's Angels, which is a motorcycle gang, which is known for like killing and drugs and shit. And he like all he talked about was like how much cocaine he snorted and injecting heroin and stuff. And I'm like, is there anything else I can help you with? He was like, no. And he kept calling me by my work name, like the name of the company is how he addressed me. And then he was like, and then he talked about himself in the third person. He was like, Mark just likes to talk. And I'm like, well, I have other callers, which I didn't. But I was like, I gotta go if you don't have any other questions. And he talked for like half an hour. Bro would not shut the fuck up. And then he said some very problematic things about some very serious like local issues. And I'm like, oh boy, I gotta go. Like, I can't be here anymore. But yeah, no, I do like to just like not speak up, you know? Because like they can still hear me. They'll answer the question though. Like, I'll be like, okay, what's your name? Speak up! And then they'll tell me their name and I'm like, okay, so you can hear me. So I don't think I really need to speak up, personally. I think they just need to listen. You know, they just need to listen. Let's see, Beck last posted 9 days ago? Is it over, you guys? Is it ending? Could it be? Her last stream was with Destiny. Lex was 2 weeks. Say it ain't so. That's awfully inconsistent of them. 2 weeks without a stream. I mean, take it from me. That's dead on arrival. You can't just dip out like I do. Tell Mark I have to go. Yeah, no, for real. For real. I was trying real hard to get off that phone call, actually. My toes started inching towards the plug. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh, I gotta go. I don't like when they get topical with me, because I can't say anything. Not really. You know, I just gotta be like, oh, let's not go there. But if I do like when they curse, because I get to give them a warning, and I get to be like, hey, let's keep it professional and cordial. And then they'll just kind of like curse even more. So I'll be like, okay, I'm going to end the call. You can call back later. I just like to hang up on people, I think. And obviously I have to do it in a way that won't get me fired. So, workarounds. Like pulling that sweet plug. So good. Let's see. You do need to catch up on them still, though. I mean, ain't no way there's actually anything of substance that they're talking about. What could they possibly talk about? And isn't that weird? Like, your exes getting together to have conversations about you? That's most people, like, please no. What would they even talk about? Like, if any of my exes contacted me, if any of my exes contacted me and they were like, hey, wasn't it weird when so-and-so did this? I'd be like, what? I probably wouldn't remember. Genuinely. Like, it's so weird that all they must do all day is think about Amberlynn Reed. Like, that's what it has to come out to, isn't it? Like, here you are with your fiancés and your new partners, and you just sit around all day thinking about your ex. What a world. It sounds like you're hung up. It sounds desperate. It sounds like, you maybe need to get a life. Or maybe you're not quite over things. I think they're obsessed with her. They're in love. She's got them hooked. All them fucking Snapchat filter thirst traps got them. Man, I wish I could dangle bitches like Amberlynn Reed. Holy shit. Oh, I missed it. Hold on. Let me back that. Yeah, I like to. I'm such a dick. I'm not sorry. When you worked for Samsung, you would accidentally unplug your computer. Yes! Yes! See? Exactly. Big brains. Let's see. Is it true that Beck's fiance looks like the Walmart version of Amberlynn? And she's bigger than what? Is that true, Libby? Can you confirm the allegations that Beck's fiance looks like the discount version of Amberlynn and she is in fact bigger? Maybe Beck likes wiping women. Have we thought about this? Could that be a theory? What do we think? Does Beck have a fecal fetish? Maybe she likes to play in it. Maybe her and Sala have a lot in common where the sun doesn't shine. Just speculating here, folks. I'm the new Geordie. Let me go get some fucking glasses or something. I don't know. Have a patchy ass beard. Amberlynn isn't the first person to be abusive in a relationship. Exactly. She won't be the fucking last. Yeah, she's not a novelty. I know, right? I know. 100%. Livy says that's not true. Sure, Jan. Well, we're just speculating, Libby. We don't know. Let's see. Do you know how Beck's fiance looks? Do we know what she looks like? Amberlynn Reed is over here pulling all kinds of women. Yeah, no, she does. I don't know how. I mean, shit, I at least, go out. I go out and meet people, and I talk to them, and, try and form, commonalities between us, and I don't get asked out, but Amberlynn Reed, I don't think her DMs have ever been dry. I don't think she knows a dry DM in her life. It must be just Splash City over there. Let's see. It was an accidental unplugging. Yeah, that's what I say too. All the time. Yeah, it happens. Your foot kicks the cord. Exactly. You stretch out your legs in front of you and your feet accidentally latch onto that power cord. Exactly, Libby. I'm so happy you understand what I'm talking about. We have a lot in common there. 100% accidental. Right. Let's see here. When you would pull your legs back. Ah! Dang! Dang, those long legs just in the way. Psh. All right, yes, you've seen her on Facebook. You need to show us losers who... You don't have a Facebook site? Good for you. Good for you. What? You resisted the temptations. Ah, the temptations. If y'all have never seen Dewey Cox, which, Libby, I know you fucking haven't because you don't... Dewey Cox is great. It basically mocks Johnny Cash. And it's funny. It's very funny. Put it in the Discord. Yeah, put her pics in the Discord, Libby. We want to see what she looks like. I'm curious. I'm almost siding with Scythe that she probably looks like a discount Amberlynn Reed. Or maybe it's just like she does her makeup and stuff. But I do recall, if I recall correctly, that Beck's new gal ain't exactly, you know, bitty by any means. You grabbed a screenshot from Instagram, you'll message it to us? Fuck yeah! I should just follow her on Instagram, but, like, I'm not gonna do that, you know? Maybe, oh, shit, no, because I use my other... So I have, like, my main Instagram account, and then I have my other Instagram account, which I basically just shitpost on. It's pretty cringe, and I love it. I'm not gonna stop. Can't stop, won't stop. But yeah, no. Scythe, how do you not? Not even for, like, Facebook Marketplace? Because that's, like, the shit. I'm not gonna lie. I will say, the Marketplace is... it's okay, actually. It's getting kind of scammy. A little bit predatory. You gotta know what you're looking for and what to look out for. Apathetic Facts Insta is where it came up when you Googled. I would also never follow them on Instagram. Okay. Oh, right. That is the pic I saw. See, she's posing, though, so that, like, her chest hides the rest of her. We get it. She's boobily. She's boobily. Oogly boogly. Good, you know, googly moogly. What is it? What is it my friend said? Good googly moogly? That's what he says. And it's like, that thing is juicy. Like, we get it, Tits McGee. But, like, where's the rest of ya? You know? It's cheating. That's cheating. That's like using a pic from 4 years ago when I was thinner. It's cheating. You shouldn't do that. It's wrong. Let's see. One word, catfish. Thank you, Scythe. Thank you. Yes. 100% Stitch, but she could just use a push-up bra or something. I don't know. She looks like she's got the meat. She looks like she's got the meat. I don't know. Must be nice. I can't relate. I remember when I was in high school, or maybe it was maybe like 8th grade. Oh my god. When Victoria's Secret had those bras where like they added 2 cup sizes. My stepmom bought me one, and I just remember standing in the mirror. I was like, they look pointy. Like, they just looked so weird, and just like, I was just like, this ain't right. It was so awful. She got me like 2 of them. She got me a couple of them at least, because she worked for the company. But oh my god. Oh my god. You know, maybe. And then, God, I miss those. But then I remember when I worked at Kmart for a hot minute as they were going out of business. It was the worst. But they had these underwear that basically had like butt padding on it to give you a butt. I was just like, what in the Hank fucking hill is this shit? It was incredible. I was so tempted. I was like, I bet it probably looks weird unless you're the right shape. Because I feel like if I put it on, it would just look like my butt had extra bumps on it. Like, it would probably make my ass look lumpy at that point. Let's see, you're side-eyeing the boobs. This is coming from a woman who is, yeah, side. You're well endowed. You're sus on it. I mean, she could be like, she very well could be like leaning over, looking up, and just like faking it. There's a lot of ways that I don't know. There's definitely a filter on here though too. Her skin looks unnatural compared to Beck's. Like there's no lines on her face. I call bullshit on that. All right, I'm a solid 30, and I got my lines. I got some solid lines going. I gotta get rid of all of this. Working on it, slow and steady progress, but progress is being made. Whack. Let's see. Not to be mean, but does she kind of look like Beck? A lot of people, that is something that like they've studied, where you do end up kind of like looking for someone who kind of looks a little bit like you at sometimes. Like I personally, I have like soft features, and I'm a big fan of like dominant features, like someone with like a Roman nose, even like a strong nose, or just like a unique facial feature I personally like. But I think that's just because like my face is very plain, and I do like that opposite in a way. But I also like like darker features too. Let's see here. You sent another picture from the Facebook. You don't think she looks like Amberlynn Reed or like Beck? No, I don't think she does. These aren't very good pictures, not to criticize Libby. It's not a good picture of Beck either. I mean, yeah, they're like in love, which is gross and cringe, whatever, but yuck. I hate couples. I'm just like, a hater. I wouldn't say jealous, because I don't want what they have. I'd be pretty pissed if my partner spent all their time talking about their fucking ex, actually. That'd piss me off. I'd be like, can you shut the fuck up? Like, no one cares. So I don't envy. Like, there's no jealousy here. No ALR, but you do think she looks like Beck? Okay. I just hate the cringe couple shit is what I mean. Like, ew. Alright, keep your love to yourself. Disgusting. Nah. It could be worse. Don't get me wrong, it could be worse. At least they're not like Destiny in ALR where it was like PDA and stuff. Ugh. That shit was cringe. How long do you think they'll last? I mean, if she just keeps talking about her ex all the time, I don't think long, but it doesn't seem to bother her, which I find very, I don't know, I find that interesting. Either she really supports Beck getting her bag, or she's, I don't know, like that would bother me personally if my ex, or if my current partner talked about their ex all the time, and like their social media was all about their ex. Like, go to therapy. It's just weird. If what Amberlynn said about Dakota is true, Dakota doesn't care. Yeah. Suppose. What did she say? Besides, or did she just say like, oh yeah, no, she doesn't care? Because like, why would you not though? Allegedly. Wait, hold on. Maybe her fiance is obsessed with ALR. That's why she's with Beck. Sloppy seconds. Ew. Sorry, I just had a thought and I like gave myself the ick. Allegedly she's controlling. Well, she's not doing a very good job because Beck is still going online posting about her ex. So, she needs to lock it down, okay? Maybe like have a fit or, cry manipulatively like I do, and I hope she can produce real tears, because that's the key to manipulating people with crying, right? You have to like actually cry. Just think of something super duper sad, or like stare at a light really hard. So that's pretty much it. She's obsessed with ALR too. Ew, what's there to be obsessed about? Tacky purses? Okay, although I will say I do have my Doc Marten heart bag. And like, I know we dog on the heart stuff, but like, It's a really cute bag, okay, you guys? It's pink and pretty. And it's Doc Martin. Like, damn. Okay. Let's see. In her last live stream, Amberlynn said that she had received screenshots from when Dakota was in the ALR subreddits and has been a hater since back when Amber and Beck were together. I don't get it, though. Like she's a hater, so now she's dating Beck, and, like, she approves on Beck now being, like, a hater? Is that it? What gratification does that get anybody? That doesn't make sense. That's weird. You know what? If I ever get this chronically online, you can DM me for my address and just come put me out of my misery, please. Like a dog, you know, give me like a Hershey's kiss and then just end it. All right, that's the way I'd like to go, frankly. Who was I talking to about that? You know that thing that they do? You know how, like, they're about to, like, put their dog down and they give it a Hershey's kiss because they're like, oh, a dog should never, like, not know how delicious chocolate tastes. Like, what if to dogs chocolate tastes bad? Like, why are we just assuming that dogs are gonna like shitty fucking Hershey's chocolate? Of all things. Like, it's such low quality chocolate, too. Like, what if it tastes bad? So then, like, you give your dog this shit that tastes bad, and then you kill it? Fucking monsters. Anyways, back on topic. I just needed to get that out. Let's see. Imagine Beck and the fiance breakup. Dear God. Well, Dakota will be the next queen of Girl World if she decides to go on a publicity, you know, tour through all the reaction channels. Just run through all of them real quick. You know, just take a little jog. Get it in, get it out, get your money, and get on with it. Criminy. You know what? I'm gonna date one of them next, just for the fun of it. Just for the thrill. Let's see, and Dakota moved to the city where Beck lives just to try and meet... What? What in the stalker is that? That is some... Did either of you watch the show You? Fuck, I loved that show. That is some Joe shit. Hello, You. Oh my god, you'd have to go back and re-listen to the last bit of Amber's stream. Yeah, I agree, Scythe. That is like low-key psycho. Chocolate is poison for dogs. I know, that's why they give it to them before they euthanize it. That's why I'm saying it's, like, selfish. Like, why are we just assuming that dogs like chocolate, though? Like, why not give your dog its favorite treat before you put it down? It's just weird. At least give the dog Ghirardelli, right? Like, at least, you cheap fucks. But instead it's like, oh, Hershey's kid. Like, ugh. Your dog probably doesn't like it. And, like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Why are we assuming... Whatever. Alright, I'm just saying, give it a steak. It probably wants a steak. Shit. Let's see. But what if, Libby, I'm saying that we're assuming that dogs will like chocolate. I'm saying, what if it tastes bad to them? So then you just, like, give them something, like, that they're probably like, ew, what the fuck? And then you kill it. Anyways, never mind. We're gonna move on from the dead dog stuff. Slide into Amber's DMs, bro. I don't think I can. I've faked a lot. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've looked at a motherfucker and been like, I love you. And I didn't mean it. I don't think I could. I don't think I could. How long would I have to keep it up? San Francisco Ghirardelli is beautiful during Christmas time. Valrhona chocolate is actually one of the best. Just saying. No, you don't really watch TV. What were you talking about TV? Is that from the San Francisco Ghirardelli? Wait, you didn't know they gave them chocolate, but yeah, a lot of them do. They'll be like, here, you know, maybe you'll, like, yeah, I don't know. They're like, oh, no one should die without tasting chocolate. I'm just saying, it's weird, okay? It's weird, in my opinion. I think dog people are just fucking weird too, though, but that's another thing. There was, oh, some influencer is in jail now, because she was, like, fucking her chihuahua. So, yeah, I read that this morning, and it's just crazy to me. I'm like, damn, that dog is already, like, chihuahuas are already anxious, and now you just gave it trauma. That's so mean. Let's see. Went from Beck's fiance to dogs. Look, it was a side thought, alright? Let's go back to Beck's fiance. The TV show You. Oh, right. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's about a guy who stalks women. And it's like from the perspective of the stalker. It's very like it's a horror show basically. It's very, very good. If you ever find time in your life, Libby, I hope you give it a go. Yeah, no, that's gross. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. It was gross what she was doing with her dog. But again, like, I don't know, like, why give a dog chocolate before you kill it? Like, oh, I'm gonna poison you too. It's like pre-poison. Like, killing it's not enough. You gotta, like, you gotta poison it too. It's just mean. Ghirardelli's chocolate store in San Francisco is beautiful during Christmas. Let's see. San Francisco is really pretty. Ooh, really? I'll have to check it out. Maybe I'll go during... Oh! Ew! Dear God, I gotta fix this light. How dare you? One of my favorite things about the area that I live in is... Oh, be gone. Disgusting. Is, they put a lot of work into, like, lighting everything. So all the trees get done. And it's just one of my favorite things, so that'd be very pretty. You've seen their store in the airport? Okay. I worked for a Midwestern company called Von Mar. It's like a Macy's, but uppity. Like, women have to wear either dresses or skirts. All the men have to wear, like, full suits. So, like, even getting employed there has, like, a barrier of entry for cost. And actually what a lot of people who work there do is they, like, come together and give people who just get hired, they give them clothes, especially, like, the suit stuff. But women have to wear, like, tights or stockings. Your ankles, which I thought was weird, your ankles can't be covered. So you have to either wear, like, flats or heels. You can't wear, like, boots or things like that. But during winter, they, you basically, your shift starts, you'll have, like, a 2 a.m. shift, and we put out all the decorations. There's, like, 16-foot tall trees, and then for the whole season, they have someone there playing piano, and it's very lovely. It's very, very lovely. But they're also crazy, so far up their own asses, it's not even funny. Let's see. Silver Dollar City is really pretty for Christmas. Yeah, I've heard too. There's a Von Mar by you. Oh, that's what's up. You should bop in during Christmas. It's really lovely. They do go all out. Again, they're like, but they do have good sales. I actually, so like when you work there, you're basically a personal shopper and you build a clientele. And I worked in the children's section. I had a woman in New York who was my client. And I would ship her boxes of stuff for her grandkids, and she was just the sweetest. I wrote her, like, the longest letter when I left that company, because I was like, I'm gonna miss you so much. And I even met her a few times when she flew in, but she was lovely. Next winter, you're going snowboarding? What? That's gonna be sight. That's gonna be so fucking dope. I've always wanted to snowboard. I hope you have, like, the best fucking time. That's so cool. I've been skiing and I didn't like it. I wanted to snowboard so bad. That's so cool. I'm jealous. Okay. Yay, you! Von Mar doesn't seem to be your kind of store. Yeah, no, it's also not my kind of a store either. I just worked there. And it was the worst, actually. I would have, like, panic attacks before my shift and, like, cry in my car. It was great. It was so great for $17 an hour. I just needed the money. I was working at Target and making like 15, and they gave me the offer for 17 to be like a manager there, and I was like, fuck yeah. And then it was like the worst. It was awful. I don't miss it. I don't miss retail. I don't think I could ever go back. Let's see, Scythe is a daredevil. Yeah, absolutely. There's like there's one snowboarding place near me, and I meant to go at least tubing this winter, and I just did not get the chance to. I should have, but I mean, we have such good sledding hills, but I'm sure shit not gonna like go down on a snowboard by any means for those. I don't want to hurt myself. I would do lessons. I would 100% do lessons. But that's what's up, Scythe. I'm so excited for you. So Scythe plays the guitar. She snowboards. I'm pretty sure you told me that you also skateboard. So see, Scythe is dope. She's the coolest. We're so lucky. Let's see. It's like, ooh, it's 9:45 and I'm drinking caffeine. Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm making all my bad choices. Yeah, she is dope. I agree, Libby. You got the coolest wife. You got the coolest wife. What's that thing that guys say to each other? It basically implies that they want to bang your wife. I think it's just like the lucky guy. You're a lucky woman, Libby. You know, you locked it down before anyone else could. Good for you. You just want to do things exactly same Z's. I just want to do things and learn things 100%. That is my goal for the summer, to just do things. I love that. We'll make her a trophy for the most awesome wife. We'll do like The Office did. We'll do like your own Dundee Award for being the best YouTube wife. There's nobody better. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, last year, what was it? Last year I tried rollerblading, indoor rock climbing, and and paddleboarding. And that's when I decided to buy my paddleboard. And then I hated indoor rock climbing. I am too afraid of heights. And rollerblading, my feet never stopped hurting, so that was not for me. So that's when I got the skateboard, and that's like, I was like, okay, yep, we're gonna try stuff every year and see what we like and just find new things that we enjoy. And crochet. I learned how to crochet last year. Now look at us. Fucking up handbags. And procrastinating all of our other projects. Let's see. That's why we need to road trip LibbyCon, right? You want to try paddleboarding and you hate roller... Yeah, my feet never stopped hurting. And everyone's like, oh no, you get used to it. Like, it gets better. And I'm like, lies. Like, no, the fuck it doesn't. Paddleboarding is super fun and super easy. It's not difficult. And then, like, you got people who can do yoga on their paddleboards. I don't do yoga. But I will, like, I have stretched. I'll crochet on my paddleboard. But mostly I just like to, I like to swim. So I'll paddleboard out to, so where I go is, it's a flooded mine, that they basically turned into a nature reserve. And it's really cool because they have, like, these mountain bike paths. So I'll be, like, on my paddleboard in the middle of the lake, and there's a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a sand barge or whatever in the middle of it. So it's really shallow. So I'll paddleboard out to there, and then when I'm looking at the top of the mine, I can see the mountain bikers, like, going around, and it's just fun to watch them. And then it's super clear water, like, you can see way, way, way down. So that's where I feel comfortable swimming, because I don't like where I can't see in the water. I don't want things touching me. But it's terrific. It's one of my favorite things. And then I'll take, like, a snorkel out there too, and I'll look for cool rocks and just, like, anything else I can find. I lost my keys in the lake one year. So I always, like, look for my keys just to see, like, maybe they show up one of these times. Let's see. Yeah, I highly recommend you try it. Usually there's like rentals. But I think I bought my paddleboard for maybe a couple hundred. It's an inflatable. So like you gotta pump it. You gotta pump the hell out of it. Let's see. You're so uncoordinated. You can't skate, swim, or any of those things. What? Libby, you can 100% float on your back in the water and just like starfish. That's what I like to do. I do mine face down though with my snorkel so I can look at stuff. I just like to look. So you can 100% do that. Have you ever wanted to surf? Yeah, but I don't like. Oh, yes. Okay, yes. I have wanted to surf. But there's a proposal for like North Minnesota in like the northern area where they are going to like adjust one of the dams where essentially we should be able to surf. I was reading about it like 2 days ago and I was like, what? So yes, I've never been able to make it out to like the West Coast or anywhere that has actual surfing. The closest I've gotten is like a boogie board. So I've never surfed, but it looks very fun. Yeah, Sandbar Libby. It's like it's basically where it's like a big rift. I don't know words, bro. What am I trying to describe? Yeah, a sandbar in a lake is a submerged or partially exposed ridge of sand or coarse sediment, typically formed by wave action and current, that creates shallow areas and potential boating hazards. But for me, as a paddleboarder, it creates a nice spot to chill. Let's see. I did not have spare keys, actually, Libby. So when I dropped my keys in the lake, the only key that didn't fall in was like my car key. So basically, I stayed there until a park ranger actually came and kicked me out. And I told him what happened. I'm like, look, bro, like my keys are in the lake. I'm trying to find it. And he's like, okay, well, it's getting dark and you got to get the fuck out of the park. And I'm like, cool. So I drove home and it was like 2 hours. And I was like, maybe one of my neighbors will be able to let me in. And then I get there and someone took my, like, we have assigned parking. I pay for my spot. Someone took my spot and then I couldn't get in at all. Like, none of my neighbors were awake at that time. And so basically I drove back up. I slept in my car at like a truck stop basically. And then in the morning I went back to try looking more. And then around like, I think it was later in the day, it was maybe like 3 or so, I called my landlord and I was like, hey, I fucked up, I need keys. And I told them, I was like, I'm a couple hours away. And they're like, okay, yeah, we should have them by then for you. And I had to pay like $150 to get new keys. So no, I did not have spares. It was, so I will continue to look for my keys. Let's see. You can't float? What, Libby? What? You can't float? Oh my gosh. Well, that's okay. You could like wear floaties. I actually have this, it's like a hammock. It has 2 cylinders on each side. It has a cylinder on each side and then like a netting that you just sit in and you just sit and float. You could use that. Like, I take so much stuff with me when I go to the lake. I'm like, I'm having a day. I'm having a whole fucking day. Let's see. You went kayaking at the beach? Oh, fuck yeah. Kayaking is so fun. I do enjoy that as well. I really like kayaking. One thing I found, like, for paddleboards, they do, like, you can buy, like, a seat, basically, because it has all these anchor points on it. You can anchor, basically, a seat on it and use it like a kayak. Otherwise, what I did, I had a hammock with me, and it was a super windy day. I attached my hammock to the anchor point, and I basically opened it up like a sail, and it did pretty okay, actually. I was a little bit impressed. It was difficult to steer, but that was a fun one that I got to do. Whitewater rafting. I have not. I don't know if I would do that. I hear it's pretty dangerous. I think my sister did that. Have you gone whitewater rafting? There's not a lot of places for stuff like that in my area, I'll be honest. Yeah, definitely wear a life jacket, Libby. Oh my god, yeah, you could just like chill in a life jacket and float. My only beef with those is like they come up when you're chilling in them. That's my only beef with a life jacket. You could get the one that's like basically a shirt and it floats as just like a life jacket too. Let's see, you're not wearing floaties? No, it's like you could sit in like the hammock floaties that I have. That would totally work, I assure you. It's basically just a seat with an armrest that you have inflated. That is one thing I invested in was a pump, was an electric pump that plugs into my cigarette outlet in my car so that it can do, it does tire pressure for my bikes, it does, you know, for the paddleboard and anything else I might need inflated. But that was totally worth the investment because I would spend like 45 minutes when I got to the lake pumping my paddleboard, and by then my arms are dead, my shoulders are dead, and then I gotta fucking paddle, like, come on. Like, it's definitely like, it's arm day for sure it's arms that day. Totally worth it, worth the investment. You'll stay on dry land and watch watch us play in the water. All right, you'll be making sandcastles and like looking for cool rocks in the shallow end. 2026, hopefully you'll have a place by then. And during the summer and the winter, oh, we can vacation. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Eventually ideally, if everything goes to plan, I'll be getting I'll inherit a small ranch in Colorado. So definitely some skiing there, skiing and snowboarding. That'd be so tight. I told my mom, I was like, you're not going to fuck up this house. You're not going to fuck up this house for me, damn it. I'm going to inherit this. Or if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to inherit that house. I swear. My family squanders shit. That's why we don't have anything. Let's see. You have an air pump that you bought for your car that has attachments. Yeah, absolutely. Totally worth it. It's the best. And then, like, I get to, like, feel superior as I watch people at the lake pumping up their shit. I'm like, oh, you don't have an electric pump? Shame. Shame. Must suck to suck. Occasionally I've offered. I've been like, hey, you want to, like, use mine real quick? I feel bad for people. I'm not the worst person in the world. You have a spare bedroom? Yeah. Yeah, party at everyone's house. See? That's the plan. And then Erin has her homestead in Canada. So if things get really bad, we can all just flee there, right? That's my backup plan. She doesn't know it yet, but it is. I'm gonna be like, hey, I need a favor. I need a big favor. I need to escape. Oh my goodness, yeah, that'd be so dope. So, Seth, you're looking to buy a place out in California? That's super cool. Yeah, I love Colorado. I really do. The hiking and whatnot. But apparently, oh my god, where my grandma lives, they have like these lakes up in the mountains, and they get, because they're so close to the sun, they're really thick with foliage. And here in the city in our lakes, they have, it's really cool. It's like this dredge that goes over the lake, and basically it like tears up a lot of the weeds so it's not so weedy, because basically what happens is you can get caught up in it and you can potentially drown, you know, if you get wrapped up in it. And my grandma was telling me, she's like, oh yeah, there's some folks that live up there, and they had 3 sons, and one of the sons got caught in it, so another son dove in to get him out, and then they both drowned. And then she was like, and then the next summer, their other son got caught in it. And I'm like, at what point do you just not go in the lake? At what point do you like, hey, maybe we don't go swimming there? Like, damn. Anyways, yes, winters with you, summers, yes, winters with me and summers with you, Scythe. That's a deal once I get my place. 100%. 100%. I told my mom she's not allowed to make changes to the house without, like, my sister and I's approval. Yeah, it was awful. I was like, great story, Grandma. It's always so fun fucking talking to you. Yeah. And that's how some of the lakes here in Minneapolis get. They're very weedy. Like last year, they didn't really tear anything out. So when I was paddleboarding, I was constantly like stuck on the weeds. And I had to like lay down and dig under my board to like clean off the fins because I was dragging behind me this massive nest of foliage that had gotten like stuck on there. It was ridiculous. But yeah, some of the lakes can be dangerous. That is something to keep in mind when going out. That's why I like the place that I go to, the Flooded Mine. There's like no foliage. It's super clear. It's obviously man-made. I don't care. Same with, there's a pool in my like maybe 5 minutes north of me, in one of the northern suburbs, and it's completely like self-sustaining, using plants to keep it clean, and it's really clear, and it's like really cool. I love it, and it's free. I love shit like that too. I even double checked. I was like, are y'all sure this is free? Like, you sure you don't want money for this? Like, this is really, seems like y'all might need money. Maybe this year with all the cuts, they might need money actually. Well, Libby, you know, Scythe and I will be there to save you. Where we're going, there's no weeds. I just said that, so you're safe. You're totally safe. But yeah, I would love to go to the West Coast. The East Coast is very mucky. Like, you can't see anything, and it's very cold. I did not care for it. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, Libby. You're gonna be fine. You're fine. I just love being in the water. I don't know. It's so nice. It's so nice. Scythe, would you skydive? That's one thing I want to do at least once. I feel like I might have a kick for it. We will not let you drown, Libby. And if anything, then Scythe gets to resuscitate you. Lucky lady. It'd be like the Sandlot. You'd be Squints. You'd just be laying there grinning like, got her. You'd be like, no, I think I'm still drowning. Come back. It's like, oh my god, pretending to drown. Oh my gosh. We used to do that as kids. We would pretend to drown, but then I actually learned that when people are actually like drowning, they don't flail, really. It's very quiet when they are. The things we learned. They don't teach that in CPR anymore. What? They do like, stay alive. I gotta get CPR certified, and then I'm also gonna get Narcan training, so that'll be neat. And then I also have to go through like a de-escalation training. But they don't teach mouth-to-mouth in CPR anymore. You know, people have gotten like sued, apparently, allegedly. I don't know who is doing that, where they're like, you were taking advantage of me while saving my life. I don't know. I think all of that might be a lie. You think it's just chest compressions, which is crazy because you basically got to push hard enough to like, I'm pretty sure like you can break ribs when administering chest compressions. My mom told me that you got to press crazy hard to get through because of the sternum. I don't know. I don't know things about things. I just talk. I'm like a man, basically. I just talk and everything I say is right. Because no one's here to say nuh-uh. Well, except for you guys. So, don't say nuh-uh. But yeah, I am curious about that. I don't think it's real. I think it's one of those where it's like something the media cooked up. They're like, that guy saved my life and he liked it. Like, probably not. You should take CPR class. Yeah. The group that I work with, they want to get as many of us like, you know, like trained and stuff like that, just in case, you know, so that we can help with more stuff. They also do like martial training for events and whatnot, just to help out locally. We'll see. I don't know. It'll be something to something to do. My mom wanted to be, she was looking at being like a volunteer EMT. And I'm like, bro, why the fuck would you want to do that? I sure as shit wouldn't want to do that. Like, I get it, like, you're a good person and it's something to think about. Sure, like, oh yeah, maybe I'd like doing that. I wouldn't want to fucking meet. She lives like way out in the country. So I could see her showing up to the scene with like a meth head. You're gonna start getting ready for bed. 2 days of shoveling made you sore as fuck. Good night. Thank you for being here, Scythe. I know we should be winding down actually. It is late. It's after 10. Have a great night. Thank you for hanging out. You're lovely as always. And I'll be waiting for that voice DM. Talk to you soon though. I'll talk to you soon though. I'll see you in Libby's live tomorrow most likely. But have a good night. Let's see. Google AI. Get out of here, Libby. Disgusting. Let's see. Google AI says, while rescue breaths, I hate that, are still a part of CPR training, the American Heart Association now primarily emphasizes hand only for bystander in adults, focusing on chest compressions as it's easier to learn and more likely to be performed. That's good to know. I really don't want to go mouth to mouth with anyone. And I think that's part of why I think the allegation of like, oh, people, you know, are getting sued for administering life-saving CPR mouth to mouth. Like, the thought of doing that with anybody really kind of icks me out. So I just can't imagine anyone's like, now's my chance. It's so weird. It seems really false. I can't see it. Like, yes, I've been waiting for this moment. I finally get to, you know, go mouth to mouth with a stranger. Like, ew. Ew. You don't know where they've been. I don't even want to go mouth to mouth with someone I've gone on a few dates with. I don't know where the fuck they've been. Probably for the streets, frankly. But, like, just so weird. So weird. Alright, we are gonna wind down. It is past 10 o'clock. And a solid 2 hours. A solid 2 hours of me choking on air, apparently. Oh no, I need CPR and there's no one around. Quick, through the camera. I know, yeah, we all gotta head to bed. Well, have a beautiful night. I will chat with you soon. Get a lot of rest, Libby. You work too hard. And I will talk to you probably tomorrow. Good night. Yes, Nibs, save me. All right, thanks for hanging out.